One-hit wonders. So the title itself may sound negative, but when you really think about it, there isn't anything too terrible about being an artist making tons of money off just one song and watching the residual checks just roll in every month. We're talking Vanilla Ice, Vitamin C, Carly Rae. We'll check out some of your favorite one-time hits from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. What's up, guys? I'm Lauren Mayhew, and whether you love them or you hate them, we've all had these songs stuck in our head at one point. So get ready, because MicDrop is here to count down the top 10 one-hit wonders and where they are now. Let's get started, y'all. Number 1, Chumbawamba Tubhumping. This 1997 hit was a classic party song that brought you and your buddies together to chant, "I get knocked down, but I get up again," and then the rest of you were sober enough to remember. Ironically enough, Chumbawamba is a punk anarchist group in the UK who usually sings about political topics. They formed in the 80s and even made an appearance on Politically Incorrect with Bill Maher, where they told fans who couldn't afford their album to steal it. But this feel-good song is about getting hammered and made it to number 2 in the UK, number 6 in the US, and topped the charts in Canada, Australia, Italy, Ireland, and New Zealand. Not bad, Danny boy. Since then, the band has continued to release music, and their latest 2010 album called ABCDEFG, they have an active European following and have since put out controversial songs like Word Bomber, in reference to the 7/7 suicide bombings in London in 2005, and Torturing James Hetfield, the lead singer of Metallica. Unfortunately, none of these tracks made it as far as Tubhumping, but they continue to make music and have released 17 albums thus far. Tubhumping, which is a slang term usually referencing getting hammered after protesting, was nominated for Best British Single at the 1998 Brit Awards, the famous award show where Chumbawamba poured water over Deputy Prime Minister John Prescott. Yikes. Talk about getting knocked down. Number 2, Cassie, Me and You. So R&B diva Cassie's sultry voice was everywhere in nightclubs and parties after her sexy slow jam anthem, Me and You, first made its way to the top of the US Billboard Hot 100 a decade ago in 2006. At the time, it was literally played everywhere, and though it doesn't play much on the radio anymore, it's definitely one of those songs that you'd recognize immediately from the first couple of bars. Recently, Cassie starred in the romantic comedy The Perfect Match in 2016, which unfortunately bombed in the box office and with critics. Her joint effort with Nicki Minaj in 2013 on their single The Boys did have some success, but her latest attempt at a musical comeback was her 2013 mixtape Rockabye Baby, which featured rap superstars like Wiz Khalifa, Rick Ross, and Pusha T. Despite the star-studded music, the mixtape was largely unnoticed. She hasn't officially released any new music since then, but Cassie is currently touring smaller venues like casinos and nightclubs, as well as working for the elite Wilhelmina modeling agency. Number 3, and one of my personal faves, Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby. Rob Van Winkle, known as Vanilla Ice, smashed onto the music scene with his mega cool hit Ice Ice Baby in 1991. The track hit number 1 on the Billboard charts and his album to the extreme hit number 1 as well. It was the first hip-hop single to top the charts and did so also in the UK, Belgium, Australia, New Zealand, the Netherlands, and the Republic of Ireland. In a new era of non-gangster rappers like Young MC and the Beastie Boys, Vanilla Ice fit right in. And even today when the song comes on, the crowd goes wild. But the Florida rapper ran into some trouble along the way when legal issues came up over his sampling of the song Under Pressure by Queen. At the time, Vanilla Ice did not credit the group or pay royalties, but has since done so to smooth over any questions. Though he's released several albums over the years, Ice Ice Baby was his only hit song. The next closest thing was his 1991 track Ninja Rap for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action movie soundtrack. Since its first hit, Vanilla Ice moved into harder rap, rock, and more recently, metal. He even has a metal version of Ice Ice Baby that he performs on tour. The former rapper has also gotten into boxing, ice skating, making over homes, and lots of reality television. Looks like Ice Reality is back with a brand new invention. Lots of them. Number 4, Billy Ray Cyrus, Achy Breaky Heart. Now, many people don't know that this country song is actually a remake of the 1991 track Don't Tell My Heart by the Marcy Brothers. They actually sang it as My Achy Breakin' Heart versus Billy Ray's Achy Breaky Heart. But when Billy Ray released his version in 1992, it led him to superstardom, reaching number 1 on the Hot Country Songs chart and crossing over into the mainstream charts at number 4 on the Hot 100. It also reached number 3 in the UK and was the first single ever to be certified triple platinum in Australia. Even more impressive is the explosion of line dancing that it caused. Everyone began doing the achy breaky at bars and parties. The song even made his album, Some Give All, stay at number 1 for 17 weeks. Now, though he did make more music, even selling platinum records, none of his songs ever reached the mega success of Achy Breaky Heart. When his music career fizzled down, Billy Ray went on to take more acting roles, including playing the father in Hannah Montana, which his real daughter, Miley, starred in. Miley has gone on to a steady mainstream music career and, like her father, made a dance craze explode, though who knows if twerking was what her dad had in mind, or if his heart breaks every time he sees it. Either way, we'll be singing that song forever. Number 5, Gautier, featuring Kimbra, Somebody That I Used to Know. Now, we all used to know every word to this song after the Australian-Belgium singer's only global hit became heavily rotated on airwaves back in 2012. Though he finally gained attention from US audiences when he released this track, he was already a popular artist in Australia, but the unique voices and quirky xylophone lick that helped the single stand out on the radio stations across the world. Nowadays, Gautier is still making music, but his follow-up singles, I Feel Better and Easy Way Out, haven't been able to match the success of his signature hit. But it seems like he's pretty content with being labeled a one-hit wonder. In 2012, he shut down nosy journalists asking how he felt about potentially being remembered as a one-hit wonder by responding with a link to a funny video of the Australian comedic group Tripod song Theme from the MASH Guy, which jokes about an artist's satisfaction at becoming insanely rich from just one song. We're guessing that he's pretty content with the residual checks he still receives from Somebody That I Used to Know. Number 6, Carly Rae Jepsen, Call Me Maybe. When this mega hit came out in 2011, Call Me Maybe became a new catchphrase across the nation. The song was lip-synced countless times by fans, even by Justin Bieber himself. It was included both on her EP Curiosity and her debut studio album Kiss. It reached number 1 in 15 countries, including the US and UK. It sold 5.5 million downloads and was also performed using classroom instruments on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon with Jimmy himself and The Roots. Now, though Call Me Maybe threw Carly Rae Jepsen onto the music scene, the singer has yet to reach the same numbers with her new releases. She put out her third album, Emotion, in 2015, which was critically acclaimed, but unfortunately did not achieve commercial success. Her latest release is a remix album of Emotion in 2016, and here's hoping her next single is going to number 1. But for now, we'll call her a one-hit wonder. Maybe. Number 7, Vanessa Carlton, 1,000 Miles. Now, when someone learns basic piano skills, there's inevitably going to be one of two songs that they choose to learn. Either Happy Birthday or 1,000 Miles. Maybe because it's so well written that if any of your friends plays even just the first couple of notes, you'll immediately recognize it. The song is remembered as an ode to a long-distance lover and going that extra mile for them. 1,000 miles, actually, to be exact. Vanessa's soothing voice combined with her heartfelt piano writing ensured the song would be forever remembered by music lovers everywhere. A short while after making her mark with 1,000 Miles, Vanessa collaborated with none other than Carlos Santana for the single Game of Love, but somehow it wasn't quite able to achieve the same level of mainstream success. Over the past couple of years, Vanessa has been busy not only giving birth to a baby girl, but tweaking her music to have a more mellow sound. Her latest album, Lieberman, was released in 2015 and got decent reviews, but critics agreed that the album did not come close to the magic of her one-hit wonder. Guess you'll have to go 1,000 miles to beat it. Number 8, the Verve Bittersweet Symphony. Now, there is nothing bittersweet about this addicting song that dominated the music charts in the early 2000s. With its classical opening strings, it became a memorable anthem and a huge music success. It brought back the pop rock sound of the 90s and was featured in multiple movies, including its famous use in Cruel Intentions. It even became the Seattle Seahawks theme song. But unfortunately for the band, the song was created around a sample of a Rolling Stones song, so they lost a massive portion of the royalties made from its sales, and actually, the producer who worked on the song made more money off of it than either band. Now, before becoming recognized in the US, the Verve had already experienced success in the UK. After pinning a couple more singles that did well in the UK, the band split up due to their differences, which seem to have progressed due to drug use. Since then, lead singer Richard Ashcroft has successfully gone on to become a famous artist in the UK. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like a reunion will happen anytime soon. The remaining band members reunited for an international tour minus Richard, and when he was asked if he would ever think about joining his former bandmates again, he immediately shut down the idea and then laughed at it. Guess that is bittersweet. Number 9, Estelle featuring Kanye West, American Boy. Now, we all know Kanye came back for more, but Estelle has not made as big of a mark on the world since the track American Boy released in 2008. The song earned high praise from magazines like Rolling Stone and Pitchfork and became the most downloaded song of 2008. And those were just some of the song's accomplishments. Ironically, it seems that the only person who may not like Estelle's song is Estelle herself. In an interview with AM New York, during the peak of the single's radio takeover, she said that she was surprised the song became such a huge success because it originally started out as a joke. Interesting sentiment, considering the song that got her her first Grammy. What's even more interesting is the fact that every other song on her album, Shine, has a completely different sound from American Boy. The last we heard from the UK singer, she had released her third album, All of Me, which despite critical acclaim, didn't do well commercially. Most recently, Estelle left Atlantic Records to start her own label and launched her latest album, True Romance, in February of 2015. But unfortunately, it didn't make as much of a splash as her debut album, Shine, did. Looks like it outshined the rest of her music. And finally, number 10, Vitamin C, Graduation, Friends Forever. I totally remember this one. Now, no list of one-hit wonders would be complete without this tearjerker from the citrus-haired babe Vitamin C. Finally pushing out the traditional graduation march, Pomp and Circumstance, Vitamin C's track Graduation became the new addition to school ceremonies everywhere during the 2000s. And as a song about moving on and saying goodbye to all of your friends, it pretty much guaranteed waterworks every time it played. Cue sad violin music. Vitamin C, aka Colleen Fitzpatrick, was actually part of a punk pop band called Eve's Plum before Graduation was written. Her story is interesting because most singers try to establish a more mature image as they get older, but she actually did quite the opposite. After the band split, she came back with a very bright orange bob and a Britney Spears-esque image and released a sad, sweet song. After Graduation was released, she wrote 2 more singles, Itch and As Long As You're Loving Me, which were only met with moderate success. But I'm pretty sure Graduation is still being played every year, so Vitamin C is definitely getting her dose of music health. Bonus round, honorable mentions. Now, there's so many poppin' one-time hits in the US, we had to include some honorable mentions. We got Devo, Whip It, Baha Men, Who Let the Dogs Out, Bloodhound Gang, The Bad Touch, Right Said Fred, I'm Too Sexy, Los Del Rio, Macarena, Cisco, Thong Song, Cutting Crew, I Just Died in Your Arms, The Out Here Brothers, Boom Boom Boom, Tal Bachman, She's So High, Snow, Informer, Lit, My Own Worst Enemy. And finally, the irony of this song being so bad that it became popular, Rebecca Black, Friday. Guess just about anyone can become a one-hit wonder. Once again, guys, I'm Lauren Mayhew, and thank you so much for watching MicDrop's Top 10 One-Hit Wonders and where they are now. Which songs are your favorites? Who should make a comeback? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to MicDrop to get all of the best music trivia and to receive our latest episodes. See you guys next time.